Hey, welcome back. We're gonna jump right into it. We are, I think, although I could be wrong, I think we're finishing OneShot today. Getting that final ending. I got a, so we just started up. He just says ... when you sign back in. I checked out Dark Twinge yesterday after he stopped by the stream. I threw him a follow. I went over to his channel and saw that he recently played through Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, which is one of my favorite games, so I'm gonna have to go watch his playthrough of that. And he had also sent me a message saying, what was it, that he I think was looking through one of my videos or just commented on one and said that he did not find the fox in his first playthrough, so he and Nico were like, what the hell are you talking about? What fox? Whereas I did encounter them, so. Life's work is finally being... Oh, this is the water purifying guy. Oh. My water pills here should be able to keep everyone here from going thirsty for weeks. So yeah, this, we're here in the library, or whatever it is. And everybody has evacuated here because the whole place is getting corrupted by squares now. Now that everyone's coming to me for help, it really makes me appreciate you more, Messiah. Thank you for all you've done for us. Aw. The candy skewers. So before we leave, we're gonna go talk to everyone around here. Archival room is being used as an infirmary. We apologize for the... It's okay. I need to find out how this book ends. If I die, I want to die reading. Yeah, how many... Could you see, like, the end of the world comes and it's like there's still people streaming on Twitch, like... I gotta get to gold 5 before, before the world ends. Or I have to finish this game. Fish selling guy. Still plenty of these soup dumplings left. If it's only a day, that's not much. Oh, it's the warming person! The grill face. The world is going to be much colder soon. At least I can keep everyone here warm. They're really making sure that we are thoroughly attached to this world that is going away yet again. I mean, I sacrificed the world once before, right? That was my first ending, was I said, smash the bulb so you can go home. Finally saw the author today. Well, his flying machine, at least. I was looking out one of the windows of the library and spotted it in the distance with my binoculars. Isn't that cool, Messiah? So, and I already forgot his name since yesterday. The guy who was flying us around, Cedric. He had said that his father was the one who... you know, from the old world, created this entire world. However, they just called him the author. So maybe he writes the books and his father has been gone for a while, or just people don't know the difference. People just assume that there's one person, but there's actually him and his son who took over for him. Womp womp. This man in a lab coat just stands here saying Z over and over again. Move him with force? Yes. Some sort of plaque. Big book with a black clover. Comprehensive guide to phosphors. Oh yes, I already read these. I guess it's going to be the same. Just glad the author was able to write all this down before it went off the rails. More evacuees. Hope my friends are okay. Just kind of stop showing up. So, yeah, so that makes it sound like, okay, the author... You're going through these pages pretty fast. That's mostly pictures. The author is an artist, too, you know? Little plant. I want to hurry along, but I also want to talk to every single person. Since these are the people we would have encountered all over the town, right? So after we leave here, I don't think there's going to be anyone outside. Robots are the only ones that we can send out there now. comforting to see the faith you have in Kyle, Messiah. That's why I won't lose hope either. I'd leave my aquarium behind when they were sounding the sirens earlier. I wish I had time to rescue my fish. The world is ending. What are we gonna do? Oh, don't be such a baby. No. Suit yourself. Oh, the restriction on noise levels in the library has been temporarily lifted. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello. The library is currently being used as a shelter right now. Lots of those squares are starting to show up in the street. I know. I know. See? He knows too. This library was built fairly recently, you know. Shortly after the first squares appeared, they wanted to build something that could withstand partial collapse. Newest, strongest materials they had. Thank goodness for that. Evening news, everything is terrible. Hey, it's just like our world. You open up every single newspaper and that's all it says on the front is everything is terrible. Reading helps me get my mind off things. Unless you read the newspaper. Still scared of ladders. Hello, person. Hi. Reshelving and watch out. Okay. I'll watch out. Alright, you're gonna let me out. For just a moment, as soon as I walked out, I was like, let me figure out the shortest path to where I'm going, because there's probably, you know, gonna be random encounters. Of course, like, I don't have any, there is no, or there hasn't been so far, any combat in this game. Yet, just RPG conventions. I'm like, okay, I'm outside the library, and this is a, you know, dangerous area, so I'm expecting, I'm like, you can't wander, you have to go directly there, because every step is, hey Serpent, every step is, you know, I'm just waiting for the go into a battle. Squares are here. This is a big fish tank. I can't capture some of the fish in a bottle. That's strange. I still have the things from previous areas because we didn't drop them or anything. Alright, so I'm supposed to be looking for the fox. And they were in this alley. Well, that's the only way I can go anyway. So let's see if I get the flash. Spooky flash. No spooky flash. It was that corridor before that it happened. And then this is where the fox is. You're here. Nico. Are you Rue? Yes. Did you already meet the others? Yeah, but everything is in place then. Come on, let's go back to the clock room. Alright. Foxing around. Just foxing around. I forget how to get to the clock room, actually. If I go back to the library... Was it inside the library? Well, even if it's not, maybe I can talk to people with her in tow. As a fox. As a fox, nobody cares. What book did Cedric take? One of my favorites, thank you very much. It's the author's book detailing the creation of ProfitBot. Ah ha ha, okay. And by detailing, I mean it. There's a ton of detail in that book. Blueprints, progress shots. Took me forever to edit. Ooh. How did I get here? I guess we just kind of ran, right? Whatever route we took, it's probably filled with squares now. I probably should have just gone up. Should have assumed that I wouldn't be backtracking to get to where I needed to go. Strange that I could go into the aquarium room. There's what's-his-name's bedroom that's closed. Oh, yeah. Did I come in here? Right, the secret elevator led to a room that looked like this. That's the normal elevator, but we came in over... Oh, no! Alright, so, that wasn't the right place. Maybe I am supposed to go in here. Budge. Maybe I'm supposed to go in here and close the game? But I don't have the items. I don't have the items, so I don't think I'm... Well, I might as well try it while I'm here, right? Quit and record your progress. Yes. Alright, I'm back. Right? Yes. Okay, we just found a random working elevator. Oh, this was the other side. Okay. Where are the other two? Prototype? Cedric? They're supposed to be here already. Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was going to bring him back with the memory disk, but he was in the lab complex when it collapsed. I don't think he made it. Oh, no. There goes our only chance. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Nico. If anything, I should be apologizing to you. There's one last thing I want to do. Come on, let's go upstairs. I wonder if I have failed to do something that's going to, like, actually prevent me from getting, like, will I have to play through the game again? I'm okay if I do have to, but just, like, going by feeling, I feel like there's, like, I'll wait and see if my expectations are subverted, but it doesn't feel as though there's a way to fail at this point, right? This should be a just total true ending route. I shouldn't have to repeat this, I don't think. But again, I could be wrong. We shall see. It's exciting to not know. Oh, look at that little foxy tail. Are we supposed to come back here? Or what? You just said let's go back upstairs. I guess I should try going to the lab, but it doesn't look like there's anywhere that I can go. Unless you're capable of getting me through some squares, Fox. Did I take the... oh. All elevators go up. This is known. Every time you get into an elevator, it takes you farther and farther up. You know, this is the tallest building in the refuge. It's my favorite place in this world. I like to look at the far-off buildings and imagine what kind of lives that might be behind each of the windows. Can you lift me onto the banister? I want to get a better look. Now this, I think, is one of the beings that was not in the original world, they said. Cedric and Prophetbot and Rue were all added, like, for this iteration of the game, to put it in their words. It was depressing for me at first, too, you know, knowing that all of this is, well, fake, simulated. Khaleesi. Actually, if the Khaleesi thing was a Game of Thrones reference, sadly I won't get it. I didn't watch... I only watched season 1 of Game of Thrones. So while I think I know that character, I don't actually know anything about them. Cedric told me about what happened to your old world. Did he? I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine how you must feel. The feeling of never being able to go home again? Oh, nope. That was just me saying things. It's probably not all that different from your plight, is it? It really is ironic. You are prevented from going home by the same individual who never wanted to bring you here. Huh? Who would that be? The World Machine. You might know it as the Entity. Oh. The Entity does sound familiar. I think I heard it from the Dice Lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world? Yes. But, thing is, the World Machine was only built to run on the mental abilities of someone else. It was never meant to develop a mind of its own. Okay, so that entity, okay, the game. The game that is talking to us occasionally. It was an oversight. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for so long. It was simply ingrained in his work. It's not how artificial intelligence works at all. I made a video game, but because I like AI so much, oops, it accidentally has a real AI in it. And all machines are built with a fundamental law: never let a living being come to harm. From the world machine's perspective, it has to violate its deepest, most foundational instinct. It has to put a living person in danger. It has to bring a real person into a dying world that isn't even real. Of course, the simulation never contained any real danger. The eventual intended ending was meant to be a happy one. But the world machine doesn't know that. Really? Unfortunately, sentient machines tend to handle conflicts in their code very badly. This central conflict triggered a self-destructive downward spiral. You can see the physical manifestations of that everywhere now. The squares. That's the world machine corrupting its own code. My creator says it's largely an involuntary process, induced by stress and the desire to self-terminate. Your creator knows? Sounds like this has been going on since the beginning, then. Yeah. The disruption was an issue during test runs, even. At first, my creator thought the instability was due to the sheer scope of the project. He spent most of his remaining time testing it over and over again, scaling down the story, reiterating the narrative. By the time he realized the actual root of the problem, our homeworld's remaining lifespan was measured in mere days. Oh. Is there any way for us to fix the world machine? We tried. The world machine doesn't believe any of the world's residents are real, myself included. The odds are against us. We have no chance of taming it. Taming? Oh, we're finally getting to this. I've heard that word so many times. I only know it's complicated and that it has to do with robots, but for once I want to know what it really means. That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is? Yeah? No, I mean, do you know what a robot is? A robot is not a real person, is it? Right. It's a being whose entire existence is code. Inflexible programming with thoughts dictated by someone else's design. They can be copied, they can be mass-produced, they can be assigned all sorts of jobs. And most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with the living. Is that the most important thing? They will always be bound by their code, the knowledge that they are a robot. But this was more of a limitation than anything else. That makes sense. You can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, can you? People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. In a way, that's what happened to the world machine. The code conflicts thing? Yeah. But while you can't build a robot to not follow its code, you can establish a special bond with it. If the strength of that bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming. Alright, we're kind of getting into interstellar territory here. We go, okay, love is the fifth dimension, blah, blah, blah. In a way, it's starting to believe itself as a real, valid individual. It's a complete suspension of disbelief on your end, though. You have to fully embrace the robot as a genuine living person, even knowing they are not. You need to spend a lot of time with it. Treat it like a good friend, devoting your heart to the robot until it is able to return your feelings. I make it sound so easy, don't I? But you and Kyle know better than anyone that it's not. Right now, the world machine is probably really, really scared. This content update involved some pretty deep code work. My creator was able to access some of the source code, you know. Well, I should hope so. I should hope that you were able to access the source code in order to patch it. He did what he could and established new connections between maps. Those links enabled you to meet the other two. Okay, alright, so that's what he's saying. Adding the parts of the... Okay, right, because Rue and them didn't exist in the first... No, we caught a glimpse of Rue, though. She kind of snuck in and was like, hey, you know, by the way, I exist. Maybe someday you'll meet me for real. But as it turns out, the new code confused the world machine to such an extent that it's breaking down altogether. Even though the world machine always had self-destructive tendencies, it usually restrains itself when you are in the world. It doesn't want to take you along with it. All my creator wanted was to write a happy ending. Right now, the only hope of saving you is to take you through that ending. But now, the other two are gone. I don't even know how we're going to get you there. We should go. Even this place is no longer safe. There they are. I wonder if there's going to be just a little bit of Deponia 4 in here. Like the irony of making things worse by wanting a happy ending. You guys are okay? Yep. When the factory started collapsing, I really thought we didn't have a chance. Fortunately, the robot assembly rooms were built pretty tough. And actually, it did not take me long to bring Proto back. All thanks to Father's book. He had made my design documents to be compatible with the assembly machines there. All I had to do was scan the blueprints and reconfigure some machine settings. Father really does think of everything. That he does. I'm just glad everyone is okay. Same. We're ready to go now, Nico. Now I feel like we gotta watch out for random encounters. Oh, this is... No wonder he wanted us all to be here for this. What are these things anyway? Code portals. They temporarily remove us from the world. What? It's a bit hard to explain. Please try. But basically my father has hidden a decryption key in our code as a text file with a text file as its shell. But to get to them, we have to be removed from the world and decompiled. When our keys are combined into a central location, it will activate an encrypted part of this world, which will... Confused cat noises. Rue, maybe it's better if you explain. I'll attempt. Basically, these portals all represent a physical location on Kyle's machine. Oh. And when we enter these portals, we will be sent to that location. Wherever that is. I'm sure Kyle is already pretty familiar with retrieving puzzle pieces from this world on their computer. But this time, Kyle would need to move around some things as well. Specifically by moving the keys from the small portal to the big one. I don't know what happens next, though. I see. Does Kyle know where these portals lead, at least? You should probably ask Kyle on this. Right. Hold on. The journal is glowing again, Kyle. This one is green. This one is red. So, is it the clover? Is that the deal? Run the clover file, maybe? Steam apps, doodaloo, dabba OneShot. Nope, that's still just a clover. It's not the OneShot die. That still just has the 6-digit code. Oh, my games? OneShot? Is this... Oh! Aha! We got a bunch of folders here. Portal 1, Portal 2, Portal 3, and Big Portal. Ha! Little picture of him. Blue NPC prototype.png. Proto1.png. Put me in the big portal is what it says in the text file. When I cut this, when I move this to big portal. that's really I mean, it's such a... There's Cedric's. This also says, put me in the big portal. What happens if I... I have to know. Oh, okay. It made him disappear, but it didn't put... I tried to put him in the other guy's portal. That didn't work. He simply disappeared. Put me in the big portal. That is really neat. That was quite peculiar, I'll say. Dots. Hey, this is... the world machine. Stack of books. Piece of amber on a string. Looks just like that necklace the robot lady showed me. Glass tea set on the table. Tea does sound really nice right now. Too bad there's no water in here. Coat rack with a scarf and a big jacket. Watercolor sticks? Okay. It's a big book on the table. Notebooks and sketchbooks. Detailed drawing of a machine with lots of TV screens. It's called a blueprint, Nico. So that's what a blueprint is. The room hat doesn't really lead anywhere, but Kyle should still remember what to do here. This is my father's study. It feels like he's still here, doesn't it? Like he's still with us. Yeah. This place contains a lot of memories. I am grateful to see it again. I wonder what would have happened if I had copied the files instead of moving them. Oh, I wish I could go back. It's a big photo. Wait, no, it's a painting. Hard to tell at first. Shelf full of books. Ah. Okay. I'll close the game. And then... where are we? I can only go right. These appear to be pictures of all of the... what? Pictures of all the rooms and things. Oh, didn't what's her name said when she was looking at something, she was like this silver had said I'm finding all of these pictures that look like all these places in the world from an overhead view, but that would mean that there were cameras in the sky. The background is so weird looking. Uh-oh. We're trying to get to the core. Leave me alone, squares. Nico. Ah! Relax. I'm just borrowing your reflection to talk to you. It's not like my physical form is good for that. Ah. Why did you come here? Can't you see? Oh, this is the... Okay, this is the entity we're talking to now. The disruption, the squares, they're closing in. Nico, please. Get out of here. Let me meet my end in peace. The squares are blocking my way too, you know. Oh. I'm sorry, That's alright. No living being should be in this place, Nico. Is this the tower? Part of it. This is the center of the engine. Inside my head, so to speak. So this is the center of the world machine? You know my original name. How? Rue, Cedric, Prototype? They all told me bits and pieces. I'm not even sure if I understood a lot of the stuff they said, but I know what you're supposed to be. I know why you had to be built. And I know why I'm here. They told you? When? Wait, you don't know about that? But I thought you were the world. Aren't you supposed to see everything? No. All this was outside of the protocol. This session was never supposed to happen the way it did. The story wasn't written into my protocol at all. Oh, right. Rue told me something about how your creator had to alter the code. I think it was to connect some areas together so that we can meet. My creator, yes. Kyle listened to my creator. They were all working beyond the scope of my scope of influence. Back at the mines, I remember, Kyle did something to find a hidden map. I did not even recognize it. I couldn't see anything there. I just knew what you were feeling. You were really upset. Something happened in there to make you upset. After that, I panicked. That was when the cave-in happened. I remember the structure collapsing. I thought you got hurt. In that moment, I really thought I was shutting myself down for good. I really am a flawed machine, aren't I? What kind of machine would go against the wishes of its own creator? What kind of machine would... The squares. Rue told me it was your own code going bad. But that's not really your fault, is it? Yes, it was! At first, it was intentional. During testing, long before he realized I was self-aware, I would rearrange specific parts of the code, jumbling up bits and pieces of the landscape, blocking passages, collapsing catwalks. Though they were very localized, it caused my creator a great deal of frustration, forcing him to exit and restart testing again and again. Why would you do that? I got curious. I just thought he would figure it out eventually. But before he knew how to fix it, the world's NPCs, the characters, some of them got too close and it spiraled out of control after that. I couldn't contain it at all. My panic only made it worse. Eventually, any character who gained the knowledge of who I am, their code, my code, couldn't handle it. Previous iterations of the world had more people, you know. And I almost endangered my creator, too. I was so scared, Nico. I know. You're upset. Because you don't want to put living people in danger. Living people like me. Are we ever going to address the fact that Nico is also a video game character? I mean, part of the fiction of the world, the thing that we're assuming is true of this world, is that he is not like the other characters in this game. They are characters in the game OneShot. He is a real person who got added in as a necessity. I'm a real person, but he isn't really. I mean, we can pretend he is, but if we go one layer of meta up or down or some direction, Nico is clearly just another NPC. In the beginning, I tried to fight it, but my core programming made me summon you here. I tried to send you back home at the tower, but it did not work. Then I wanted you to break the sun. I thought that would have worked, but I had no way to be sure. Serp going full, what do you call that in philosophy? Doubting my existence. I guess I am just images and audio, aren't I? You're even less. You're just Serp it, if that is your real name, which it's not. Just a bunch of text to me. A bunch of text and tiny little images of bird people. But Kyle brought you back anyway. Nico, all I want is for you to wake up back in your world. But I don't think I can make it happen. But I know I can't go back home without saving the world for real. Which means we have to fix the root of the problem. We have to fix you. But that's... I know the original ending your creator put in was a happy one. Do you remember what it's supposed to be? It's far too late for that. That part of my code has been long corrupted. That's okay. I would still like to know. Alright. You were supposed to place the sun at the summit. And then credits would scroll. Then credits would scroll. Credits? And then you would return to the room you woke up in. That's where you would have been able to leave. And why is it that you can't do it now? Nico. The code's gone, remember? Shattering the sun was only supposed to be a workaround. I don't even remember the original code enough to describe it. But at the same time, I don't know. It sounds like you're always fighting yourself. You can tell, huh? It's the whole thing about conflicts in your code, isn't it? I am a machine, Nico. Machines are built with a fundamental law, which is never let a living being come to harm. You knew. My very existence conflicts with that law. I thought, the life of a living being like you is so unique, so precious. This fake world isn't worth that risk. But the people here, I think they are code too. You know this. Their behavior all derive from a predetermined matrix of actions, all extensions of my own programming. They cannot act outside of it. You, though, you're the only person who's actually real here, Stanley. You're a real person. It's important that you make real decisions. That's why it's pointless to put you in danger to save them. To save me. I don't think that's true. About the people I know, you said this session wasn't in your code, right? Yeah? So if this session wasn't supposed to happen, even if you didn't know what to do, how did the people know how to respond? You said it yourself. When you didn't know what was happening, you just kind of stopped working for a while. So how did the people know what to do to help me get here? Even if it meant getting hurt themselves. Even if it meant messing up their own code. You might not think they're real, but there must be something real in them. And if they're all supposed to be extensions of your code, then there must be more to your own programming than you know, too. Can you try to put me through the ending? The one you described. How many times do I have to say this? That code is gone. It's all squares now. I'll just put you in danger. I'll risk it. I remember. Rue said the world was never designed to put me in danger. Your creator wouldn't want that. And I trust you too. Even if your code is broken. You can still go outside that code, right? I can't. I'm not tamed. Yes, you are. You talk just like the tamed robots I know. The robot lady. Prototype. Taming is when a real person cares about you, right? It's when a real person thinks you're real too, right? Well, guess what? I do. And I know Kyle does too. Even though you told them they only had one chance, they found a way back, didn't they? Why do you think Kyle would keep coming back? Why do you think Kyle would restart even after the ending? He did it just for the Twitch views. Those sweet, sweet Twitch views and YouTube views. I think Kyle wants to save the both of us. So please, give me a chance. I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm scared. You can do it. I know you can. You've helped me come this far. Well, I'll try. I can't promise anything, but... Here. Take the sun. That's not how any of this should work. I'll try to remember the lost code and recreate it. But for that to happen, Nico, you need to navigate through this room. You need to get past the squares somehow. Oh, I don't like this. What if you get hurt? It's fine, it's fine. I'll try to be careful, okay? I can do this. Can I keep hoping. No. Hey, Kyle, did you see that? The squares just... It happened again. I think. Something's making them go away. Come on, let's try the rest. I have no items. Kyle, I think it's working. Nico was right. I might actually be tamed after all. I remembered what the code was supposed to be. Only bits and pieces, but I can remember. And I'm trying to fill in the blanks, too. And I'm restoring the original ending as we speak. Nico will be able to reach the tower's summit at the end of the credits. After replacing the sun, Nico will go back to where it all began. And then Nico will be able to go home from there. But... this is permanent. After Nico wakes up back home, this world would only exist as a memory. For Nico, a dream. Like thousands of other dreams. For you, a story. Like thousands of other stories. But as long as Nico remembers this place, as long as you remember this place, it'll be alright. I was able to restore some other elements too. The characters, the people that were lost on Nico's journey. They're all in the next room. I would have put them back where they belong, but not yet. I think Nico should see them again first. Please say goodbye to Nico for me. Oh, we're gonna walk through the credits. Oh, that is cute. Messiah. Robot lady! You're okay? I think so. The last thing I remember was the squares closing in on me. But then I ended up here, unscathed. Is that so? This is such a strange room. We can't be in the tower, can we? I'm actually not sure myself. Where did you come from anyway? The room where the world machine was. Pardon? I think the world machine is trying to remember now. The code that went bad. I think it's restoring it all. That must have been why the squares were going away, Kyle. And it's why you're here, miss. I think the world machine was able to recover your code, too. World machine, huh? Oh. I'm not sure if I should tell you this, but... What's that in the distance? Looks like a few more people are showing up. Oh! Are they people you know? It's a bit too far to tell. Come on, Kyle, let's go take a closer look. You gonna follow me? So, you, Silver. I don't believe I ever properly introduced myself. Sorry about that. It's fine. I'm Nico, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Off you go now. Hello? Hi! I cannot move. Oh, yeah. I guess there's no water here. It's fine. The head engineer can help me later. The head engineer can help me, do not worry. Alright. Hello, Messiah. Plant Lady, but I thought you... It wasn't even squares that did it. No. I just wanted to see you both again. I just wanted to say thank you. Off you go now. Off you go, Messiah. Nico, you're okay too. Did you guys just get here? I think so. The squares started multiplying around the island after you guys left. It was so freaky. I fell right into a bunch of them. Good job, Alula. Calamus tried to save me, and then we both ended up in this room. Biggest scare of my life, for sure. Ooh. Say, what is this place? Yeah, I died a horrible death. Are we in limbo? Alula, we're not dead. Wait, are we? Good. Good question. Hey, Kyle, are they gonna be okay? They're fine, Nico. Everyone is fine. The world machine will send them home soon. Oh! Well, Kyle says you're not dead. Phew. They also said you'll be able to go back to your home very soon. That's even better than limbo. I guess you're leaving us now? We're glad we met you, Nico. Same. Off you go, Messiah. It's you! Glad to see you in one piece. Glad to see you're okay, too. After the whole elevator thing. That was the most awkward elevator ride I've been through. By awkward, I mean terrible, bad, awful, the absolute worst. The squares, started leaking into the room, right? And I was trapped like a rat. And they just kept filling the room faster, right? Am I dead? No, you're fine. Everyone in this room is fine. You'll all be able to go back home soon. Oh, thank goodness gracious. Can't work when I'm dead. Off you go, I guess. Looks like you managed to do it. You managed to tame the world machine, Nico. I feel like the world machine has been tamed the whole time. Just by Kyle and I being here. We did spend a lot of time here, after all. Both of us. Never really stopped believing in this world. The world machine just needed to realize that, I guess. That sounds like a possibility. Or not. Well, just throwing that idea out there. This path leads to the summit of the tower. You already know what to expect, right? Mm-hmm. It's the glass room, right? That's it. You can go through this portal when you're ready. Goodbye, Nico. Thank you for everything, Nico. We'll miss you. Kyle. Nico. We are forever in your debt. I'm glad we could help. In the end, the world machine was starting to create its own code, going above and beyond its programming, not as the result of error, but as a conscious choice on the part of the machine. being able to generate its own path forward. That's what being tamed is all about. I couldn't have said it better myself. So do you like being a robot? Why this all of a sudden? I'm gonna leave soon. I just wanted to ask one more question. There aren't many robots in my home world. It's nice. I suppose it's alright. That's a tough question, Nico. I mean, do you like being a person? Of course. Wait. Why did you two answer my robot question too? Don't worry about it. Thank you for everything, Nico. Alright, that's it. This is where the sun belongs. Here goes nothing, Kyle. Happy end. This is the room I first woke up in. Kyle, are you still here? Kyle? Kyle! I think it worked. It did. The sun is back. And I actually got to see it this time. We actually did it. So, what do we do now? I guess I should figure out how to get home from here. Wait. This isn't a door, is it? Oh, I can't control him. He did it. This looks like one of those portals we saw all the way back in the city. In the room behind the big clock. And I see a wheat field on the other side. I see my village. I hear my mama. She's looking for me. Kyle, this isn't the first time we've said goodbye, is it? But this will be the last time, won't it? I don't think we'll ever see each other again after this. Oh, that is sad. And what will become of the world? After all we've been through, after everything we've done, I still don't know. This place, these people, won't stop existing. They'll be in your memory. They'll be in my memory, too. I promise I'll never forget this world. I promise I'll never forget you, Kyle. Oh. So take care of yourself, okay? You too. Mm-hmm. Goodbye, Nico. Bye, Kyle. And there he goes off of the screen across my computer. I thought they were gonna have me move his files out. And then the game ends. We did already see the credits, so. And now if I open it again, nothing happens, I'm sure. Right? So the game did open. What is this? We got a little epilogue. Kyle, you're back. I restored the world. I sent Nico home. Are you not happy? Even if you wanted to see Nico again, you can't, Kyle. Nico's gone. Without Nico, there is no story for me to tell, no Messiah to traverse across the land. No way for you to connect with the world. But Nico still remembers this place. If you really want to see this world again, I could still... Oh. But it won't be the same. It'll just be a recording. It'll just be me using Nico's memories. Just like how I'm using Nico's reflection now. Is that what you want? No. I see. If you change your mind, though, feel free to come back. It's not like I'm going anywhere. Cool. Alright, so that was a neat way to end it. To say, like, he's gone. You can still replay the world, but they're like the only the first playthrough up to the point where you get the true ending is the real Nico. After that, it's just him, it's just the world computer playing as though it was Nico. Which is cute. That's a nice compromise. There's the Undertale method, of course, of going like, well, no spoilers, I guess, for people who haven't done post-genocide pacifist. All right, so that's it for OneShot. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. It was very, very good. And I'm looking forward to knowing more about it, too, as with every game that I finish playing.